First of all, a very, 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 very good evening to one and all present here. I am CA Shita Raichura. I have been training for soft skills, and I've been into the field of teaching for 7 good years now. So you can trust me a little bit when it comes to my training. Okay. Now, first things first. Have you ever asked yourself that how important it is to be having communication skills, that you want to have communication skills on a scale of 1 to 10? Just ask yourself that how important this is it not important? You always think that I am going to be an accountant or I am an HR. I don't think I need to have so much of communication skill. I'm just going to sit and pass the entries, or I'm going to get into audit, or I'll have something to do with taxation. I don't think I need to have any kind of communication skills or interpersonal skills or presentation skills. This is a normal notion we all have because we think we are in a remote area operating and working with files in our hand, and there is no obvious need to have communication, right? This is what we all think. Well, I want to take this opportunity today to prove that that kind of notion will take you nowhere. We are here together, we'll join hands today together to learn and to master, at least not master, at least learn this art of interpersonal skills and presentation skills, which you need to have as an accountant or an HR. Okay. I hope I'm audible to you guys. Okay. First of all, have you ever asked yourself that what is this interpersonal skill? What is this interpersonal skill? Let's just go through a few. Okay, this is something you do in your daily life, but you don't know that it holds so much of importance when it comes to you presenting your ideas for decision making. Now this decision making skills can be even the smallest decision making skills. Okay, for example, you're recharging your phone. Acha, which pack am I going to choose? Decision making skills. I wake up in the morning, what time I want to wake up? Decision making skill. You go to your work, you know there is so much of work you need to complete, A, B, C, D. Which one am I going to complete first? Decision making, right? I'm extremely sorry for the noise outside. It's going to go off in 5 minutes maybe. So then is the relationship management. Is it enough for you to sit inside on your chair nicely and sit and do your accounts and not interact with anybody? No, doesn't work that way. When you are working, even if you're working in a mid-sized firm, even if you're working in a small firm, even if you're working in a corporate firm for that matter, you need to have communication skill. You need to know the relationship management, because your client or your boss or your team members, you have to survive with them at the end of the day. So you have to master this art of relationship management as well. Ma'am, Pavitra ma'am, can you please switch off your audio? Thank you. Okay, I have muted you. Okay. Okay. Next is the emotional intelligence. We have heard of IQs, but have we heard of this thing called emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is nothing but understanding the other person's emotion. How can you step into that other person's shoes to know what that other person is thinking? Generally, you try to do it with your siblings, right? Because obviously you're emotionally attached to them, so you will do it for them. But it is very, 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 very important even in your professional area. Problem solving skills, questioning skills, the self-awareness. Today we are also going to learn that everybody who's going to sit here today is going to know that what kind of communicator you are. You yourself are going to categorize yourself into a style of communicator, which we'll obviously get into a little bit later. You'll learn a lot today about so many aspects which you yourself didn't know that it existed when it comes to communication. Now, firstly, let's touch what exactly is this interpersonal skills. Any kind of skill set which you have that gives you the ability to interact with another person is nothing but your interpersonal skills. Now, that could be your best friend, right? What do? The first thing is you will open your WhatsApp, you will take a screenshot, you want to send it to your best friend, right? That is your way of talking to your friend. But when you come to your professional work, can you do these kind of things? No. So you have to adapt to your interpersonal skills, and you need to know that where should I use what. Okay, you cannot be friends. You can have colleagues, you can have a lot of people to connect with at your workplace, but having a best friend, having a friend at workplace might be risky. Tomorrow things might not go right with them. They will not be happy about you. You would have given those information to them which you shouldn't have given, and that will come back to you in a very, very shocking way. So interpersonal skills refers to the set of abilities enabling a person to interact positively and work effectively with others. In other words, it is the way we relate to people, the way we communicate and interact with people, both in individual and groups. Now, there are two kinds of people. There are people who can interact so beautifully when it comes to individual talking. Okay, they are amazing. They're going to speak their heart out. They have no what do you say, they have nothing at all. They're not even scared. They will just talk very beautifully to you. But the minute they are put on stage, that go, you need to talk, you have to talk, go present yourself, what are you going to do? You might shiver, you might feel that, okay, I'm going to go blank at any point of time. So talking in a group becomes a challenge, not just because you're scared of your things around you, you're also afraid of that judgment which people are going to pass on, right? So this is nothing but the interpersonal skills which we need to learn. First of all, to learn something, you should know where you belong. Only then the learning happens. If you already think in your head that you are awesome, you are an amazing person, and there is nobody as good as you, then God only will help you. Okay. But if you evaluate yourself, if you ask yourself, okay, this is where I stand and this is where I need to get, for which you need to know what those skill sets are. Now, when you go to your job, when you go to your interview, what do you really think? The person who's selecting you is going to select you only on the basis of your accounting knowledge, technicality, and what is there in your resume? You think only that is going to be there? Well, no. The interviewer is not going to select you just because there is another candidate who would have done that same course, who would be a BCom, who would be an MBA, who would be an MCom. Then what makes you different from that other person? It is nothing but your interpersonal skills, which you have to understand. And these days, just being present is not enough. You have to mark your presence there. So how to mark my presence? I can mark my presence by having these interpersonal skills within me, and if not, at least try and improve to bring them. Now, there are some people who can fluently talk to others. And what do you say to them? Arey, she was born like that. He was born like that. He's born to talk. It just comes naturally to him. I don't have it in me. We very conveniently make this statement, right, to our friends. Yeah, she can. But do you realize you are also that good when it comes to talking to your friend? You're also that effective when you're that efficient when you're communicating to a close one, dear one of you. So openly you talk to your mother, right, without even fear of getting judged. So if they have it in them, you also have it in you. So it is nothing that a person is born with. Okay, it is that you develop. Now, what happens is, what communication you have with your close ones, you just have to deviate a little bit and try to interact with those people who can put you in an uncomfortable zone. And how you put yourself in that discomfort and then get out of it, you will be a completely different personality. And for which you first have to remove this notion from your head that a person is born with a certain skill set when it comes to communication. No, they are not born with it. If they are born with it, it doesn't mean if they are born with it, even you are born with it. Okay. So saying this thing in your head all the time that somebody is good at it and I am not, maybe because they have it in them, they are born with that and I am not, no, doesn't work. Example is right in front of you. I was an introvert I think I was an introvert till for 10 years. In my school, I was an introvert. I never spoke to anybody. I never wanted to speak to anybody because I thought, okay, I don't want to, because there are so many people speaking already. There is no need for me to speak. And later I realized that, okay, I am intelligent. Maybe I'm good at my work. I'm having a lot of qualities in me. But what is the point of those qualities when you can't go out there and present yourself in the right way? Your resume will talk it will talk about your personality, no doubt about it, but it will talk about your personality to just some extent. Every time an interviewer will not just see your resume, he'll keep the resume aside, he or she will look at you and they're going to ask you this question, that tell me something about yourself, tell me something that is not there in the resume. What are you going to say? How are you going to say it? How are you going to make that mark that they remember? Oh, this was fun, that talking to this person was good. Okay, now employer often seeks to hire a staff with strong interpersonal skills. They want people who will work well in a team and be able to communicate effectively with colleagues, customers, and clients. Now, this we will see in 2-3 different ways. The first thing, imagine you're working in a small scale firm. Ma'am, then how is this interpersonal skills going to help us? We are working in a small scale firm. You might have a small scale firm. I agree. You might be taking up accounting role there. Agreed? Yes. Now a person will come to you walking, giving you a file. What if you don't know how to talk? What if you don't know what to talk because you're scared, you're afraid that I don't know the language, maybe I don't know how I'm going to ask, maybe I don't have a subject clarity, etc. Then why would somebody hire you? You have knowledge, you know, amazing, you will pass double entry in a fraction of second, trial balance ready, P&L is ready, your balance sheet is ready, your reports are ready, you're taking the printouts, excellent in that job. But when it comes to talking to client, zero. Trying to customer or talk to customers, zero. Colleagues, no, I don't want to talk to them, I don't want to, I am just coming here doing my job and going. Then it will take you far in life, but it will not take you where you need to be. Okay, it will not take you where you need to be in your life. Okay, the next one. Now, the ability that the interpersonal skill encompasses are broadly defined as follows. The first one is active listening. Right now, you are just hearing. You're not listening, because right now, while I'm even talking to you, you are judging. Somewhere you think, who is she? Why will she? Who is she? What is she talking? Who does she think she is? Why would they call her? What so many skills she has in her? So right now you're still in the judgment zone. You're in the hearing zone. People in the group are somewhere laughing with each other, commenting, having good time with their body language, you know, winking at your friend. Hey, she's just somebody. Yeah, we'll chit chat. So it is a very sad interpersonal skill. If somebody is talking, you have to have this approach of active listening. Doing artwork, this yellow color, beautiful modern art line which you've drawn on the PPT, thinking that you'll get recognized for Oscars, not a very good interpersonal skill. Second thing you need to have is a rapport building. Now, how to build this rapport? You will have this one person in that organization which you don't want to look at their face. You don't want to see them. You don't want to talk to them. You are not even interested to build a connection with them, but you have to face them every single day because that file goes to that person. And if you want to take that file, you have to see that person's face and go and talk. So can you be like a prince or a princess in your own world saying that I don't want to talk because I don't like that person? You can't do that. In a professional world, you need to know that you should learn to build that rapport, for which also you need to understand that other person's body language. Now, sitting here, okay, that your videos are on, I can see how many people are actually interested in the conversation and how many are not, just by your body language. A person who's sitting like this, waiting for the session to get over, right? There is another person like this, holding crossing their hands nicely. I am not going to take any opinion that comes out of her because she's just going to talk. I need my attendance, right? There is another person who will be like, I'm feeling so sleepy, and why has sir kept this session? So they are holding their face like this and they're looking at the session. Body language talks anything and everything about your personality, even when you are on a video call, even when you are physically present in front of that person. And that is why understanding body language is a beautiful skill you need to have when it comes to your interpersonal skills, and you need to develop that. You need to know how to develop it, which we'll be coming back to. Then giving and receiving the feedback, very important. Whenever you are in a workplace, if somebody has done some work, It is okay to give a good feedback, saying good job, you did a good job, we're very happy about it. Small relationships, small relationships will take you really forward in your life. Then the next one is assertive communication style. Now this one will take a quite good time for a discussion, because you yourself would not know that you have that skill, and you have to put yourself in that shoe. Okay, I'll be telling you what kind of communicator each one of you. So there is something called assertive communication style. We will come back to it a little later, okay, throughout the session. Now let's start learning one simple thing, that is active listening. There are two things I told: hearing and there is listening, right? Listening is one of the most important skills one can have. How well one listens has a major impact on the job effectiveness and the quality of their relationship with others. Research suggests that we remember 25% and 50% के बीच में, 25 से लेके 50, only from 25 to 50 what you hear. So you have to understand that you will only remember 25% to 50%. So even in this session right now, in this session, what is happening, let me tell you, you're still going to remember only 25 to 50% of what I'm telling you. Now that depends if you're listening or hearing. If you're hearing, 20% is what you will hear. If you're listening, 50%. Okay, it's for you to decide. So active listening is not just about hearing what the other person is saying, but about making a conscious effort to understand the complete message being communicated. There are these people in your life, generally you will see in your workplace, or you're studying as a student. Before you even start telling that, yeah, I think I know, I understood, I got it. There's this one person who says, and you get so angry, you don't want to talk to that person. Arey, let me speak. You would be angry, like, let me speak a little bit. No, I know where you're getting it, I understood. Now these kind of people lack a lot in life when it comes to, because they don't have the skill of active listening. So you have to constantly develop this skill which you need to have, which is called active listening. So when somebody is talking, it is just basic respect, you can say, maybe, yeah, that comes under values, let's not touch it. You will lose out a lot if you're not listening, is what I'm trying to say, because opportunities are in and around you everywhere. All you need to do is just take this step and open your ears and listen to that, and then you can act on that. But if you are overconfident, you don't want the other person to speak, thinking that you know already what that other person is speaking, or you're underconfident and you're disinterested, then both the ways you are only going to lose a lot. You yourself are going to lose a lot. So having this active listening is an art which you need to master when it comes to interpersonal skills. You might be thinking, how is this going to help in the personal area? How is it going to help in professional area, HR? If you're in HR and you're asking questions to a person in the interview, you yourself don't understand, you're not listening to what they're saying. How are you going to judge and tell your, okay, you belong here, we selected you? How are you going to select that candidate if you don't have this quality of active listening? So you need to have, when somebody is talking, at least you have to listen to what they're saying, because you might get an information from them which you would have otherwise not got if you wouldn't have heard. And this is a key to being a successful person as well. Now, there are techniques to enhance your listening skills. The first one is silence. The toughest job for Indians, to keep silent. Okay, very difficult. So try, maybe you can just go back home when somebody is talking. There might be one friend of yours who tells you that you don't listen to me. Okay, take up this exercise, go back home and just call that friend of yours in silence. And, okay, today you talk, I will listen, especially girls. Okay. We have this amazing quality of not listening. I'm not going to, it's just a joke. Just take it in good humor. Clarify. You have to try to clarify. Now, sometimes what happens when your client is saying something, you are understanding something else. In your professional language, accounting means debit credit entry. In their language, accounting means auditing. Now, how will you know what they are trying to tell and what you are understanding? There's always going to be difference. So they will come and tell you something, but because you did not clarify it right, you'll end up giving them a wrong service. If in HR will come and tell, okay, how good are you? What are you good at? I am good at making content, is what your interviewee says. I am good at making content. Okay, fine. Okay, the next question. Later, somebody asks you, how was the interview? Yeah, she just said that she's good at making content. Acha, what kind of content? Oh, that I didn't ask. Hare, it is very important to know, right? You did not clarify, you didn't take that step ahead and clarify that, oh, this is very important. Let me ask, what kind of content do you make? Business content, advertising, marketing? Are you into influencer, Instagram, etc.? Right? What kind of content are you actually doing? Because that can help your company in 10 different ways. Either ways, you're going to pay that employee, right? So why not clarify? In the field of accounting also, clarification is super important, because you will tell the person, get your FD receipts, get your FD receipts. That person will come and give you bank statement telling either FD, if there is a FD in this, please see, here. But you are asking for a certificate and they are coming and giving you a statement, because what you said and what they understood different. You did not choose to clarify. The third thing is questioning. So when you're listening also, while you're listening, let the person complete. Then ask questions. Now, questions can be two types. One is open-ended and one is close-ended. Now, in an online session, I will always choose a close-ended conversation. What is this close-ended conversation? A question that is asked where you get only a yes or a no, or a not available, or all of the above, right? You get a yes or a no. So if I'm asking, is everybody able to listen to me? Your answer is going to be yes. But if I'm asking you, how was your day? Did you enjoy this session? And what did you learn out of it? This becomes an open-ended question. A person can answer anything and everything. So you have to choose your conversation wisely. If you want to stop an interaction, for example, you're in HR and you want to stop an interaction with this person because there are other interviewee coming in, then you need to choose close-ended questions at that point of time. Okay, I got it now. Are you happy with the package? That person will say yes or no. But if you tell, what kind of package do you want? The person will have an open-ended answers by saying, oh, I want basic salary, perquisite it should be so much, my EPF account, or what about the TDS? 100 questions. So you have to choose whether you want to have a long interaction. If you want a long interaction, choose an open-ended conversation. You want to have a short and sweet because you don't have time, you have a lot of other things in your plate. Close-ended conversation, questioning. Okay. Paraphrasing is nothing but repeating what the other person has said in a shorter and a sweeter way. It's called paraphrasing. Summarizing is from A to Z. You tell that person, yeah, it was great meeting you, I got these highlights from you, I have understood what you want from me, and then you even paraphrase in the summary. And then finally you say, okay, I will get back to you on the same. Now, this could be your client, this could be your boss, this could be interviewee, anybody for that matter. And finally, the feedback. It's very important to have a feedback. Whenever you complete any kind of conversation, especially in a professional world, it is very important that you give feedback. Feedback could be, thank you for spending time. Thank you for your time. I'm really glad that you found some time out of this schedule to, help me out of this. It's called feedback, by saying that, oh, I appreciate the kind of conversation I had and I'm looking forward for more conversation. See, these small things can take you so many places in life. You will not even know that one thank you note of yours can get you a job and which can pay you in even lakhs, because your interpersonal skills are so strong. The next one is rapport building. What is this rapport building? It's nothing but building the rapport, which helps us in building and connect with others. Now, how to develop this rapport? You don't like to talk to a person, but you have to develop a rapport. Now, you might think that rapport building, there are a few people again who think that, oh, she is so extrovert, she can go and talk to anybody. He is such an extrovert person, he can go and talk to anybody and everybody, right? That is the kind of thing you have. But let me tell you, again, it's a myth. They don't have it in them. And even if they have it in them, it has nothing to do with you. You can still go build your rapport. You can still go and talk to people. You can still start. It's not too late. Even today, if you don't know how to build rapport, I will teach you a few techniques to build a rapport. For example, I want to talk to this other person. How will I talk? I want to strike a conversation. There's a very big personality. I want to approach that person. I know that there is no way that person is going to approach me. How am I going to start a conversation? Notice that person. When you're noticing, I'm not asking you to stare, okay? Just notice. Don't do staring business and all. So, notice. There might be a book. You'll find a book, kind of book, a phone, a water bottle, maybe a laptop, anything around that is common, which you have an idea about, right? Something will be there in common which you have an idea about. Look at that. For example, you find a person, that person is very, very famous person. You want to go and talk, but that person is busy reading book. And you know something about that book. You can always strike a conversation saying that, oh, you're reading this book and it happens to be an excellent book. I'm so glad to see somebody is reading this book. A person who's really, really, really into books will talk back to you. You start building rapport, be it with your manager. Find what your common interest is. Whenever you want to build a rapport with someone, please understand that you have to find what is your common interest with that person, and then you will immediately start building rapport. Once you build that rapport, the communication will strike in, and it will go to a level where you can actually take help of that person anytime and every time you want. So building rapport, very, very important. Strategies to build rapport: see, finding common ground, focus on the appearance, very important. Now, you need to understand that you have to focus on your appearance. Sadly, the world judges you on the basis of what clothes you wear, how you dress, how you stand, and that is a near fact. Let's face it. That's how people judge you. If you're not, when I'm telling you dressed and beautiful, I'm not asking you to wear a Prada and wear a Gucci and or look amazing, go to a parlor, get full turn makeup. No, I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you neat, look neat or presentable. So you have to understand that you have to focus on your appearance, especially when it comes to the corporate world as well. Be it an HR, be it an accounting job, you need to look good. You need to look good. When I'm saying, I'm not, hair is somewhere here, one hair is flying on the other side, the guys have not shaved till here, you have left your beard, etc. So basically focus on your appearance. Just make sure you look neat, because the other person talking to you will not want to talk to you just because you're not neat. Maybe that doesn't make them feel okay. This person, they'll start judging you, and it is a fact. Once they get to know you, it's a different thing, for which they should start a conversation. To start that conversation, at least you should focus on your appearance, because it plays a huge, huge, huge role. I'm not asking you to become like a doll and go, okay? You don't have to be a Barbie doll. You don't have to be a handsome man, Mr. World. No, you just be who you are, but look neat. You look yourself, okay? Be empathetic. Very important. When you're building a rapport with somebody and the other person is saying something to you, you cannot be insensitive. Oh, that my aunt, that uncle, this person died actually. Oh, okay. The other person is talking to you. They are trying to build a rapport. You just have to say, oh my God, rest in peace. I had no idea about it. Are you doing fine? This is all it takes to build a rapport. Use mirroring. Now I'll tell you how to use this mirroring. Very, very important. Okay. This art nobody teaches. So, for example, I'm talking to you. Now, this mirroring can be done inside. You can keep practicing this mirroring, because mirroring is an art. Now, for example, I am talking to you. Okay. While I am talking to you, I am starting to develop interest in the conversation. Very professional conversation, and not personal and on. So, professional conversation is happening. You will see a person is with authority. When you see somebody with authority, they'll be laying like this. They'll be on their chair in their own way. And you want to build a rapport with them. What is the first thing? You'll find a common ground. You'll start talking something about something common. You'll strike a conversation at least, which is common, which you know. You can go on LinkedIn and find out. You can go on Facebook and find out. If you really want to build a rapport with that person, you can always do that. Go to LinkedIn, see where they've studied. What if your friend has studied in that college, and you can always go, oh, you studied in the very same college my friend did. I heard it's an excellent college. The conversation will start off from there. Your appearance should be good. You have to be empathetic. Okay, use mirroring. Very right. The person starts building rapport with you. You will see their body language. They are sitting like this, relaxed. They'll slowly start coming straight. Okay, they'll start engaging in a conversation. This happens in a physical conversation. Online, you'll still be like this. It's all right. So it happens in a physical conversation. So the person comes front and they are listening to you. This body language you'll get to hear. So the minute you know this, when they are coming front, they're coming inclined like that, that means they are involving themselves in the conversation. They are liking your conversation. If they're showing this kind of language like this, not looking at the phone, that person is not interested. There is no point trying to build a rapport, because you're just wasting your time. But there will be something called mirroring, which helps you a lot. So if that person is coming in the front and keeping their hands on their, the left hand on their left cheeks, and then listening to you, You can't sit like this. You also slowly start coming in the front. Keep your left arm and keep it that way and listen. That you know what happens. You don't understand. It turns out as a magic. It's a magical tool. If the other person is sitting in the right, you're sitting even the opposite. You also turn. It's like a mirror. If they are turning to their left, you learn turn to their. Okay. It should be like a mirror. If they're going left, you also put your body posture a tad bit of left. If they are falling back, okay, you don't fall back and jump on the chair. I'm not asking you to do that. They are in the level of authority and you don't want to mess with them. So you relax yourself. When they are relaxed, you are relaxed. When they are alert, you become a little bit alert. If they stand, it is just decent for you to at least offer a chair. Okay, you also slowly stand and say, okay, I don't want to take much of your time. Mirroring is a kind of non-verbal communication which can take you places in life. And this kind of thing you have to have it in you, and it slowly start developing when you start seeing, oh, my boss is talking to me like this. Are you going to sit like this and yawn in front of your boss? No, at least you won't do that, right? But mirroring is an art where you start talking, you indulge them in the conversation and make sure your body language matches with theirs. That is nothing but mirroring. So please understand that this will play such an important role. It's a magical tool. I'm telling you, it is a magical tool. Try and then test and then remember me, okay? Don't forget about the basic things. Courtesy. Good morning, good afternoon. The person might not look at you one day, will not look at you second day, third day, they are going to smile. And if you are in a position that you need to have that rapport with that person at any cost, it's okay. Try talking to them. First day, they will not look at you. Second day, third day, they are definitely going to smile and talk to you. But don't create a fool out of yourself also, okay? You need to know where to talk and where you don't have to talk. That you have to trust your instincts. Now, basics. Small basics you have to remember. Shake your hand firmly. When you are building a rapport, you're going to say hello. Now, when you're introducing yourself also, you cannot tell, my name is Ishita Raichura. I am. No, you cannot start with my name is. A professional conversation starts with, hi, I am. I am is the word you substitute. So you use like, I am so and so. Okay. And you shake your hand. And I'm telling a firm handshake. You cannot, this is not firm handshake. Okay. This is a fish cut thingy. No, this is not a firm handshake. Taking someone's hand and twisting them tightly. No, we are not here for wrestling. Okay, loosely shaking your hand like where your hand is so loose. Sign of underconfidence. Firm handshake. When you meet somebody, there should be a firm handshake. Not too tight, not too loose. Looking people in the eye, very, very important in India. Other countries, it is different. In India, we look into people's eyes. And when you're looking, you don't just stare continuously and make them feel awkward, especially to all those men out there. And you're having a conversation with women and you're looking into eyes and you're smiling. Now you look wrong. And the same goes with even women. Okay, you can't do things like that. Looking is having a glimpse. Yes, I acknowledge the fact that I'm shaking hand with you and I acknowledge your presence. That is what looking people in the eye means. Smiling. Smiling doesn't mean showing 30, 60 teeth. I have so many teeth count. No, smiling is a decent smile which you hold, which reflects your personality. Not smiling too much, not showing a frown on face that not interested to talk with this person. I don't know what is this person doing here. Not that kind of things. You have to keep your basics strong. Being sincere, asking open-ended questions, facing the other person instead of looking at your computer screen or mobile device. Every time I'm talking to you, if you're seeing your computer screen, I can see from here who's seeing the computer screen and who is not. Okay. So try to remember your basics, right? Now, how to understand this body language? Non-verbal signs play a most important role when it comes to business communication. First one is the posture. If you're slouched, like right now, I can just point out so many. I don't want to point out and all. I'm just saying a few examples from your very same organization. Now, there will be people who are slouching. It shows underconfidence. There are people who are holding their hands like this. Now, there are two things, okay? Generally, the trainers will tell you that if somebody is holding their hand, it means they're in defensive mode. But sometimes it is not. Sometimes they are sitting on a chair and they feel that it is comfortable to keep their hands, or their hands will be loose the whole time. So it's not right to judge somebody every time just because a trainer comes and teaches you that this is a defensive position. It means they don't want to talk to you. That's why they're holding their hands. No, the definition of body language is dynamic. It keeps changing and it is changing right now. So the traditional method where they used to keep it like this, always when you're judging somebody, you don't have to think that they're keeping their hands like this, so they're defensive. No, they're not defensive. Maybe they're in a relaxed posture that keeps them relaxed at some point of time because your hands are hurting. Please give them a benefit of doubt. Eye contact. When you're having an eye contact with somebody, looking down, underconfidence. Looking straight into the eyes, you are asking for an aggressive communication when you're looking into somebody's eyes straight. So you have to have a very decent eye contact when they are talking, like mirroring. If they are looking into your eyes, you look. They're looking down, they're showing you a document and you're staring at them. How will you look? How will you look if you're staring at them continuously? I'm taught to teach eye contact. I will just keep seeing to that person. And your boss is explaining and looking at them. You are going to look wrong. Okay. Gestures with hands and arms. Very important. Speech. The tone of voice. If you're saying, is the file completed? Yes, sir, it is completed. Nobody is going to trust you. They will know that the file is not completed because your tone of voice is only so underconfident that they know that you have spoiled something in that file. As an HR, very important to have the tone of voice, because if you are only underconfident about asking question to the other person, why will the other person be interested in talking to you? They will start judging you. Okay, have you seen an interviewer will start judging an interviewer if your tone of voice is not right? So some of the common worrying signs, okay, is you need to look for is given here. If somebody is lying, how to understand if somebody is lying? This is very interesting. So all people be interested to know how to know. See, when somebody is lying to you, let me tell you, they will have little or no eye contact with you. They'll have rapid movements in their eyes continuously. Here. They keep. They're like, okay, because they want to get out of that place. It is very easily made out. If you have, I said, did you enjoy the class? Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, I got to know you're lying. Because you are rolling your eyes, you want to leave that place, you're tired, you're fed up, etc. That is a signature that a person is lying. They generally, the psychologists say that, somebody touching their nose, if you're talking something like, and you touch the nose, the person is lying. It's a natural phenomenon. Not every time it doesn't work, but majority of the time it works. Hands or fingers in front of mouth while speaking. See, when somebody is talking, yeah, done, sir. I have done the file. It will be given to you. That person is somewhere lying because they want to show, they are not confident enough to tell you truth. So they hide their face. Who hides? A person who's lying only will hide their face. A confident person is not going to hide. Okay. Body physically turned away or unusual, unnatural body posture. Suddenly they start sweating, their breathing rate will increase, there's a red face, you will see they're breathing heavily, their voice pitch changes. No, I didn't do that. You can also say, no, I didn't do that. But when that, no, I didn't do that, it means you're lying. You have done something. When somebody is catching hold of you, they're going to listen to your voice pitch and they will catch hold of you and they'll get to know that you are lying. See, I'm also teaching you the art to hide lies, okay? A person can see it in two ways. How to understand when somebody is lying and what not to do if you're lying. Defensiveness. A person who's very, very defensive, how to get to know that when you're talking, when you want to see a person, how to understand that this person can be defensive. Their gestures are small and close to the body. They're like this. They're like this. They're like this. They'll keep their hands to themselves. Minimal face expression. It means they're defensive. They will not smile. They'll be looking. They are very aggressive. So you'll understand with we'll always have that one person. Generally, you'll see the kind of character is generally in a family. It is either a dad or somebody who's the eldest male of the family will have a defensive character, defensiveness. Just try asking them, I want to go party tonight, and you'll get that look, and that is more than enough. So you'll understand the body language there only. All this will match there. Body physically turned away, arms crossed in front of the body, this way continuously holding it tight. Downcast eyes or little eye contact. These kind of people are defensive. You have to understand that your way of approaching that person should be different. You cannot have that same approach which you have to people who are very acceptable. You have to change your approach when you're talking to people. Disinterest. To all those people out there who are looking down, tired, I don't know when she'll stop speaking. God knows why we are stuck here. Gazed eyes or gazing at something else. Oh, ma'am, no, ma'am, we are looking at you only. But in head, you are already in Kashmir or Singapore. Okay. Hands fiddling with clothes or something else, continuously having something, either playing XOX below the desk, or continuously having kerchief and, playing with that, looking at each other, smiling. Okay, these people are disinterested in the conversation. It's very important, easily understandable. Sitting slumped in their chairs. Many of you sitting slumped in your chair, like it's so easy to understand, this person is not interested, what to do. Giving feedback and receiving feedback are two most important things when it comes to communication. It comes for interpersonal skills. You need to have it. How to give feedback is also an art. You cannot, if somebody is talking nonsense to you, you cannot tell that person that you are talking nonsense. There is a way to tell. Okay, there is a way to tell. Tell it in a nice way. Feedbacks need to be timed well. Imagine that person is going through a very rough patch in the life, and you make them, and they're already crying. They come to you crying, saying that I have so many problems right now. The boss is not listening to me. Manager is putting so much of pressure on me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And you go to that person like, hey, that file which you sent, no, bakwas, not at all good. See, you need to know that your feedback was not timed well. Yes, you have to give feedback that the person didn't do the right job, but wait for the right time to tell to that person. But also don't time it telling that, oh, I will tell after 2-3 years. It's okay. Right now he's sad or she's sad. No, not like that also. Okay. You have to focus on the collaborative solution rather than pinpointing the problems. Don't sit and tell you did this, you did that. No. Yes, I understand you went wrong. Maybe I could help you out with it, or we could sit together and we could try and fix it. See, that is the way you give feedback. You can't pinpoint to somebody and tell this is wrong, that's wrong, because you don't know that person will get promoted tomorrow. That person will have that much of authority in front of you. And later, if you're not good enough to that person will come and even it can cause a lot of trouble to you. So giving feedback is an art. Give it right. While giving feedback, I statement should be used more often. Please use the I statement. I feel that. You cannot say the whole organization thinks you're mad, you're rubbish. No, you can't say things like that. It should be I, because it is your feedback. Receiving feedback also is an art, for which you have to be an active listener. You have to make sure that you are not afraid of, if somebody tells you, you are not good at this. Now it is on you how well you take it, okay? First things first. You have to understand what perspective they are telling you. Are they trying to really put you down, or are they there to help you? If a person is there to put you down, ignore. Such people are going to be there in corporate. Such people will be there in the accounting job. They are going to, even interviewees are going to be like this. Place. Some people are like that. You can't do anything. Ignore. Some people are really there to help you, to make you better person. So giving the feedback, you should understand. If somebody is telling you you're not good at this, ask them, okay, tell me, how can I improve this? I will try my level best to improve this. You should not be afraid of asking questions. You have to try to learn from your feedback first, for which you have to accept your feedback. Some people come and tell you, you're not good at this. Maybe you should try. Hey, you keep quiet. You don't tell anything. You keep quiet, like First, maybe it is for your good. Maybe if you listen to that feedback, it will help you improve a lot. So you have to stay calm. You have to stay cordial. And it's okay to even thank that other person. If the most senior person comes to you and say that, you have this quality which you need to work on, take it as a sporting way. Okay, fine, maybe I have to work on this. Maybe this will take me far in life. And you never know, they would have seen that quality in you. But if you take it negatively, it's going to impact you negatively. But if you take that